There's a few comments about Terry Funk on here. David's wondering if you know how Terry Funk is doing. You probably had the last match that he was ever involved with. It is on the PCW YouTube channel as well as the Hannibal TV. He refereed a match, a tag team match that you were involved with, and you actually got into it with him on that match.
Yeah. We had Terry Funk in PCW Ultra, and there was no way I wasn't going to touch Terry Funk. You know what I mean? I mean, we had Muda in, and I didn't wrestle Muda. I'm not trying to wrestle everybody that comes in. I'm not that type of guy. But you better believe when Terry Funk comes in, that's my guy, because he wrestles the same style, or I try to emulate the style he created because he's a god of wrestling. But Terry, the last I heard, there was a lot of stuff on the internet about him and being in a facility and all this stuff. It's true. He was in a facility. He was having some health issues. During those health issues, I would speak to him every once in a while, not weekly or anything, but I would check on him, and just see how he's doing and what's what. And his cognitive ability was in a decline, and I mean, what would you expect from somebody who's wrestled as long as he's wrestled, who's basically up the ante in style over and over and over? I mean, he was doing moonsaults. He started doing moonsaults in his 50s. He had that huge hardcore run that was long and brutal. So that's to be expected. But he always sounded good and in good spirits. I spoke to Kevin Sullivan recently about Terry, and he said that Terry was doing much better and he's actually going to get out of that facility. And the facility was because he was having some issues. It was rehab stuff. It wasn't like cognitive. So obviously he was having some difficulties cognitively, but because he was in the facility for PT and things of that nature. So I believe he was, I haven't spoke to Kevin about it again. I've spoken to Kevin multiple times, but I haven't spoken to him about Terry. I believe the last report was he was on the road to going back home. So we all, hope that that's the case. And we obviously hope, the best for Terry Funk, who is probably the nicest guy in all of wrestling and the craziest son of a bitch you ever want to meet. I just really, really, really love Terry Funk, and I just appreciate him so much, and always good well wishes and good vibrations for Terry Funk. He's just somebody that he's just done so much, and he did so much for PCW just appearing for us. It was just amazing.
Yeah, and I do think you will have that, be able to say that you were the last company he worked for, because it's safe to say his daughter probably isn't going to let him wrestle again or be a referee for that matter.
Yeah, I would imagine that Terry's wrestling days, not by his, not by his doing, but I'm pretty sure that he's going to not be allowed to come out and play anymore.